Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the recording for skills at the rate 100 where for 100 days we are bringing for you 100 different speakers from all over the country.
The speaker is CA Shyam Agarwal and the topic is Agentic AI for Professionals. We have learned about many regular use cases for professionals which we can use in everyday life.
So now, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Hello everyone, welcome to the 53rd session of Skills at the Rate 100, and today's topic is very special. The speaker is also very special. Topic is special because this is, I have to admit, one topic where I've got the maximum request. Agentic AI कब कराएंगे, Agentic AI कब कराएंगे, and speaker को भी मैं उतना ही request, सर आप कब कराएंगे. The speaker is none other than CA Shyam Agarwal. uh, Before giving introduction, I have to say that many things I have learned from him. Last year, I think first time we met, and I have attended many of his webinars, and he has been a true mentor to me. So, Shyam Agarwal is a third generation chartered accountant and a tech forward finance professional who leads the audit and taxation division at RG Agarwal and Company, a legacy driven firm with over 50 years of trust and experience. He has DISA, FAFD, risk management, concurrent audit, obviously everything. Shyam is recognized for driving technology adoption in accounting and audit and has delivered corporate training and educational sessions all across India for corporate, social, business schools, and professional bodies. He serves as General Secretary of DTPA, has coordinated the AI Committee of AIFTP, and is a master faculty for ICI's AI course. And every other day, I really don't know how you manage, Shambia. Every other day on LinkedIn, he keeps posting, today I'm speaker here, today I'm speaker there. Really.
All
So,
thanks to you.
okay, I have given the introduction also in the group also, so that we have decided from today only that we will give the introduction beforehand, so you can know the speakers, about the speaker. Okay, Shambia, that's it from our side. Very excited. Over to
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Thank you so much, Lokesh, for this brief introduction. And just like to tell you before I start that you're doing a wonderful job. This skills at the rate 100 is something which I follow regularly. And I inspire my team also to attend all the sessions that you take and view all the recordings. It's very useful. And we get plethora of knowledge with respect to different subjects, whatever you take. And choice of subjects is also very interesting. So just keep up the good work and we are all there with you. Okay. So, good evening, everyone. First, I would like to welcome you all on this session on Agentic AI that Lokesh has curated, and we are all here to learn something about it. So, before I delve into the practice, I'll just share my screen. So, screen visible, Lokesh?
Yes.
Yeah. So, Uh, topic that has been given to me is agentic AI for chartered accountants or professionals per se, as we say. So uh, we are going to delve into a topic which is very close to my heart now, with all the advent of technology and everything that has been going on. So we are discussing one of the most transformative technologies that we have today for chartered accountants. And this isn't about replacing CAs, but it is about giving CAs a hand, a digital tool, a digital partner for your day-to-day routine work. And which, for by applying which, you can focus on strategy and advisory rather than doing the day-to-day monotonous job. So by the end of this presentation that we'll be having for the next 45-50 minutes, you will understand how agentic AI has developed and how it has imbibed into our lives and how it will impact the future. We talk about ChatGPT, we talk about Perplexity, we talk about a lot of things. But agentic AI is the future, as we say. And I will tell you, we are all in the future itself. आज agentic AI आ गया है, and there are many firms which has already started implementing the same. So these are not theoretical concepts, but actual implementations which have been done, I think, pan India, around the globe. And people are very happily doing it because it is giving them opportunity to save time, to save their efforts, to build their journey, and to give value addition to their clients. That is the most important part. So Going ahead, what is the daily life of a chartered accountant look like without an AI? As everybody uses ChatGPT. Can I have a show of hands? How many of us use ChatGPT? थोड़ा अगर हाथ उठा के बताएंगे तो पता चलेगा. Or you can just comment in the box. Great. So Vinod ji, Satish ji. Great. So I've put up a picture. See, if you are having this kind of image in your mind that you're working in your office, laden with different kinds of notices all around your table, your laptop open, and without any tech, what is the burden that we carry? Due dates, roj rehta hai, kabhi GST, kabhi TDS. There are many other statutory liabilities that we cater to. We do accounting for our clients, we do finalization and everything. एंड एट द एंड ऑफ द डे जब 8 घंटे 10 घंटे काम करते हैं खत्म होता है दिन तो पता चलता है कि मतलब फीलिंग ये आती है कि अरे कोई काम ही नहीं हुआ. We have done nothing in the all throughout the day. Rather, we were busy for all the 8 to 10 hours, but we don't feel that productivity when we are there. So now imagine what happens if you have something like this. Imagine having a junior who never sleeps. Imagine someone who never forgets your work. Imagine who works 100x compared to your other staff members and performs multi-steps tasking independently without your any intervention and anything. Now, this is the era of agentic AI that we are talking about. So think about the person that you have hired as your most promising junior 2 years ago. आज के डेट में अगर वो जूनियर कहीं चला जाए, सपोज लीव पे जा रहा है या काम छोड़ दे रहा है या कहीं और उसका शिफ्ट हो गया, मेडिकल इशू कुछ हो गया, तो आपका क्या होगा? आपको नया आदमी ट्रेन करना होगा. यू विल हैव टू बैंक अपॉन न्यू रिसोर्सेज एंड देन अगेन द साइकिल स्टार्ट्स अगेन, which is very painful for us. But what if you have an agent who can work smarter than that person, who can handle 10x more clients than him, who can handle the works with more efficiency? Then it will be a game changer for all of us around here. So it's not sci-fi. It's about agentic AI that we are talking about. That is the whole idea behind agentic. So what is basically agentic AI? So I want to understand. I want to tell you the difference between a generative AI and a agentic AI. So what generative AI is all about? Generative AI जो हम लोग ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini use करते हैं, that is generative AI. उसमें क्या होता है? We put a prompt, it creates a content, वो उसका रिप्लाई देता है हमें, एंड देन अगेन वी गिव देम अनदर प्रॉम्प्ट, उसको रिफाइन करते हैं, उस पर एडिशन देते हैं, अपना पॉइंट्स डालते हैं कि ओके आई लाइक दिस, आई डोंट लाइक दिस, चेंज दिस एंड दैट. सो इट्स अ टू एंड फ्रो गेम दैट इज गोइंग ऑन, वन आफ्टर द अदर. आप एक प्रॉम्प्ट देते हैं, उसको ठीक करता है, दूसरा प्रॉम्प्ट देते हैं, उसको ठीक करता है, एंड ऑल दैट इट गोज ऑन. बट व्हाट इज एन एजेंटिक एआई ऑल अबाउट? Agentic AI means actions plus reasoning plus autonomy. How does that work? सो एजेंटिक एआई क्या करेगा? एजेंटिक एआई अपना गोल निकालेगा, अपना गोल इंडिपेंडेंटली उसको डिफाइन किया हुआ रहेगा कि कैसे गोल कर बनाना है. आपको सपोज करिए पूरे दिन में एक जीएसटी रिटर्न भरने के लिए आपको जो डेटा चाहिए उसका एक प्रोसेस है. आपका क्लाइंट भेजता है, उसका स्टाफ उसको देखता है, 2 3 भी रिकनसाइल करता है, एंड देन उससे कंफर्मेशन लेता है, एंड देन दे फाइल द रिटर्न. सो द होल प्रोसेस इज डिफाइंड and the goal is defined to file a GST return, suppose. Second, it follows reasons through problems. अब हमें 2 3 भी रिकंसिलेशन कर रहा हूँ, वहां पे एक जीएसटीआर में जीरो की जगह ओ दिया हुआ है या ओ की जगह जीरो दिया हुआ है. आई नो कि पैन नंबर में ऐसा ऐसा डिजिट्स होता है, तो दे कैन टेक रीजंस एंड फाइंड द सोल्यूशन टू द प्रॉब्लम्स इंडिपेंडेंटली and take autonomous actions. Like अगर जीरो की जगह ओ कर दिया, ओ की जगह जीरो कर दिया है, so it will itself do all the changes and take it forward from there. एंड उसके बाद क्या होता है? मल्टी स्टेप वर्कफ्लो, जैसे मैंने बताया 7 8 10 स्टेप जितना भी हम कर देंगे उसमें वो करता है. एंड फाइनली इट लर्न्स फ्रॉम द आउटकम्स. जैसे आपने देखा होगा ना कि चैट जीपीटी क्या करता है. चैट जीपीटी में आप जब एक ही चीज 10 बार पूछते हो, then what happens? The 10th time the answer that you get is much more refreshing, much more correct than the first time you had asked them to do the job. Similarly, agentic AI also learns of all the actions that you have done, and then it learns from it and gives you a better answer. And finally, it increases your speed of work enormously. से 10x 20x 30x 100x, मतलब आप सोच नहीं सकते. अगर फुल्ली ऑटोमेटेड हमको करना है तो इट विल बी वेरी वेरी यूजफुल टू इम्प्लाई अ एजेंट. सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल, जैसे हमने एग्जांपल दिया, प्रोसेस दिस जीएसटी नोटिस कंप्लीटली. तो उसमें क्या होता है, एक जीएसटी नोटिस आता है, आपको पहले उसका हम क्या करते हैं, हमको उसका, सपोज करिए क्लाइंट को एक आईटीसी के लिए नोटिस आया कि आपका आईटीसी एक्स्ट्रा है. तो व्हाट वी डू, हम पहले उसके बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स में जाएंगे, चेक करेंगे, उसके बाद उससे इनवॉइसेस वगैरह मंगाएंगे, एंड देन उसका एक ड्राफ्ट रिप्लाई बनाएंगे अकॉर्डिंग टू द सेक्शंस अंडर द जीएसटी एक्ट, साइटेशंस देंगे, एंड देन वी ड्राफ्ट अ रिप्लाई एंड देन वी पोस्ट इट ऑन द जीएसटी पोर्टल. अब मैं क्या बोलता हूँ, अगर एजेंट बना लेते हैं, एजेंटिक एआई बना लेते हैं, तो उसमें क्या होगा, हम खाली नोटिस को अपलोड करेंगे उस एजेंट में, एंड इट विल ऑटोमेटिकली fetch data from the client's books of accounts which is there in the system. It will automatically fetch the data from the GSTL portal कि क्या भरा है नहीं भरा है. It will automatically go to Gemini or any other portal, ChatGPT, and draft a reply. It will automatically input all the sections, all the citations and everything, and it will automatically draft a reply. अब उसमें हम लोग एक चेक मेकर चेकर कॉन्सेप्ट भी वी कैन पुट इट, लाइक वंस द रिप्लाई इज ड्राफ्टेड इट विल थ्रो अस द ड्राफ्ट, we'll approve it and then click OK. Once if we click OK, then it can just go to the portal again, उसके पास सारे login details everything रहेंगे, and then it will post it accordingly. So this is how it works. So अब इन दोनों के बीच में जेन एआई और एजेंटिक एआई के बीच में एक और वर्ड होता है एआई एजेंट. So there is Gen AI, that is generative AI. Then there is AI agent, and then there is agentic AI. So can someone tell in the chat box that what is the difference between a AI agent and an agentic AI? कोई बता सकता है? Would wait for some answers if we have. Anyone or anybody would like to unmute or and talk to me? Anyone? So Lokesh is typing, agents are created by us. Renu Modi, tools are created by us.
Yeah. Hi, good evening.
Hi. Yes, Venuji.
AI agent responds with knowledge based, whatever knowledge has been fed, and I believe agentic AI is something kind of dynamic and can handle independently from the
Correct.
web server side. What I
Very
think.
true. Thank you, Venuji. Prakash has also given a good answer. So in one word, if I just summarize the same, it would be that AI agent is autonomous, and agentic AI is automatic. That's the difference. So AI agent doesn't have a brain. AI agent doesn't have a brain to work upon. उसको हम लोग ने एक fixed set of instructions दे दिया, and it works on that workflow. But agentic AI में क्या होता है? We give them authority of a brain. Once we give them the authority of a brain, it has the capacity to think and then respond. That is how it works. So we take it that way, that agentic AI is a much better tool to handle much more complex problems compared to a normal AI agent. So think of it as three professionals working in one: an intern who does the work, an analyst who does the analysis and things, and an automation bot who takes it to the whole another level. So that is how we work. So how was, now coming to the next slide, how is the evolution of AI? What has happened? How has agentic AI been born? First came the traditional automation. So I still remember many seminars that I've attended 15 years back, where we used to have different speakers speaking on advanced Excel, where we were taught different, say, suppose Excel formulas, X lookup, V lookup, everything that we have been taught, pivot table kaise lagana and all that. So that was the traditional automation rule-based for tasks that we have done. Then came 2022, which brought in the generative AI part. Generative AI means ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, Copilot, everything. That was the thing that got generative AI. Then came the era of multimodal AI. That means everybody must have done that Ghibli art thing, that trend that came around 6-8 months back. Then there was a cartoon trend in which a toy figure would be made inside a box with your particulars, with your things. So these were the things that you could create. So it was a prompt that you gave, and you in return you can get text, you can get images, you can get audio. This was the multimodal AI. And now we have come to the era of agentic AI, which can read, analyze, and independently act on complex information. So this evolution significantly impacts our practice. कैसे impact कर रहा है? It enables us for a deeper analysis, more proactive roles. मतलब previously what took 10 persons to do a single job, now one particular agent can do the job of those 10 persons. It has that amount of capability that we have. If that power is in our hands, just imagine matlab, where we can take it to the next level. It has to be something great. It has to be something very innovative that we need to take care about and then implement it in our day-to-day professional life to make that things happen. So why should CS care now? As chartered accountants or as finance professionals, why should we care that AI agent is here or agentic AI is here and we need to implement that? The first thing, the most important thing is endless time saving. Many of I have talked to many of my peers, many of my seniors and colleagues, and everyone says, sir, 24 घंटा भी कम पड़ता है काम करने में. This time frame of 24 hours is also less for us. That is the amount of pressure that we are carrying in our firms, in our day-to-day lives. So if that is the situation, then employing an AI agent would definitely save a good value of time with respect to that particular work. Second would be immediate insights. Previously, what used to happen, that clients comes with a problem to us. We used to analyze, we used to check Google, we used to check Ready Reckoners, we used to check books, prepare a reply, and then give it back to them on their problems. But now what has happened? Client comes with a problem as well as a solution. And now they expect immediate reply to us. Sometimes clients are more aware with a particular subject that he is belonging into, and then he expects the same level of accuracy, the same level of wavelength from us also. So we need to be upbeat about all our knowledge and everything, and that is why AI agent comes at a very good thing for saving that immediate insight part. Third comes the accuracy. Suppose, as I told earlier, there was a junior whom you hired, say 2-3 years back, and now that person has become an integral part of a particular client that you're handling. Now, suppose suddenly that person goes away. What happens? Another person replaces him. Obviously, the work will not stop, but there may be a change in the accuracy level. So let's say the first person was working at a 75% accuracy level. The new person that may come may work at an 80% or may come down to 70%. Can happen. But if we have agentic AI in place, that accuracy will be maintained at a constant pace and across thousands of documents that will be there. Finally, competitive edge. There are 4 lakh chartered accountants in India right now, active chartered accountants. How many of us know about this agent part? I believe there are more than 3 webinar right now. But how many of us how many of the 4 lakh do we know that what AI agent has the capability of and how we are working on it? So it is this 50 persons who are sitting in this webinar that will have the competitive edge with your peers. And secondly, there are many ethics that is coming into our day-to-day operations, for example, like peer review or the AQMM model, anything of that sort. These kind of documentation requires a hell lot of work which we need to do while we are doing any kind of assurance function or something to that. And AI agent will also be capable of assuring that we are in compliance with all the regulations that are in place for all of us finance professionals. So I think I have noted down these are the four major points which I feel that the CA should care about and should be worrying about, that why AI agent should be implemented in our firm. Moving ahead, I have brought in this graph from the World Economic Forum report. Everybody knows World Economic Forum. It's a body which studies the economies of all the countries around the world and then publishes a report with respect to what is going to be the demand, what is going to be the upcoming areas of business, of practice, of services, and what are the areas which are going to be wiped out. So in this, one of the things that they have mentioned is the fastest growing and fastest declining 2030 in the next 5 years. So this first graph shows that the top fastest growing jobs. So on the left side, it is given a list of the jobs which are going to be in demand in the next 5 years. So I'll just take 15 seconds from all of you to read all the types of jobs that are going to be there. Just go through the jobs, and I would like you all to comment in the box that do you see a pattern of these growing jobs that are mentioned here? Do you see a pattern? Just read the heading of the jobs, and do you think there is a common link in between all the jobs that are mentioned? Not generalists, now area specialists. To an extent, correct, Lokesh? Anything else? Anyone else? Any particular pattern that you may see? Data.
Volume.
Volume. Okay, good. Interesting answers. Yes, Manish Bansaliji. I was looking for this answer. Everything revolves around tech. So you can see that though we are chartered accountants, though we are finance professionals, we have a domain expert in the area of finance, but the upcoming areas are only related something which revolves around technology. Might be AI, might be deep tech, might be anything else, but it's about tech. Okay, perfect. Now I come to the lower half of the thing. The top fastest declining jobs. Now study this chart. Can you feel anything? What are the things that have been mentioned here? Does this frighten us? Does this ring a bell in your head? Do you think that any of this would impact your professional life or your clientele base or your revenue? So Ramaraju says that manual works, things which can be automated. So you can see that there are many things that basically we all do. One of them is data entry, accounting, bookkeeping, manual record keeping. We do legal replies and everything. So what are these? As greatly mentioned in all the chats that are coming in, that most of them are clerical works. Clerical works means we can train anyone and they can do it on their own without applying their head. Just we need to train them and it's going to be done. A small, say, semi-skilled type of a job. But with the advent of different tools and technologies, these are the works that have been automated. It might be due to the costing. It has not gone to the level we are thinking of, but with the space with which the technology is moving, I'm sure these works will be automated in few years to come. Abhi, I know there are clients who send their invoices to many finance professionals and they do all the accounting part in Tally and then maintain their bank statements and do everything and then give them MIS reports. Now there are tools by which the person can just click a photograph and put it on WhatsApp on a particular number, From that WhatsApp, the whole entry will be done in the accounting package. The whole posting will be done on the ledgers. If debtors are created or creditors are created with that entry, then we can send an email that, okay, your amount is due, you have been paid, etc., etc. It can also function in such a manner that your agent AI would extract data from that accounting package. And suppose it's a data thing, which I'll show you in the second half of my presentation. They can send a PDF for reminders, invoice reminders. They can do the payments from the bank. Anything can be done now. The kind of automation that we are expecting is going to be huge in terms of what we say. So it's very frightening, as well as it's very exciting also, that in the coming years to come, we are very much sure that these are going to be a game changer, and it will impact our life, definitely. So one of such tool which I may suggest is Suvit. SUVIT. It's a Suvit. It's an accounting tool which has AI capabilities also. Suppose you can click on, you can just put a, say, an image of a invoice, and it will do the accounting entry part. And if you feed their memory that, okay, if the amount is, if the name, if the company is from Shyam Agarwal and company, you put it in the services of audit fees. Or suppose if a bank statement is extracted and there are entries and transactions which has cash written in it, it automatically goes to the cash ledger. So this is an example of a tool that we can do now. Lokesh says that Tally is giving full competition now. Doc AI is launched, definitely. So it's, and that too, a very good point put up by Lokesh, that it's not only one tool that is going to be there. With such huge advantage of LLM models in this world, there are many companies which are going to launch their own tools. Some at a good price, some at a small price. Everything can be done. So, in fact, I would suggest there is a website of our institute called CMP Benefits. If you just go to the Google and write CMP Benefits and put it on CMP Benefits ICAI, you can see what are the collaborations that are done by our institute with respect to different AI tools, and you can check out the benefits of the same. Sovit is also there, so you can go and check out what are the offerings that they are giving to the members of the institute. So, moving ahead, how do we go about it? So I will now share some use cases that we think are of good, immense value to us, and how we can create it. And then at the end, I will show you some practical examples. So if I may, the first use case, that is notice handling agent. So as I told earlier, suppose we get a notice. On the left side, you can see what we do. First, the notice is received. Then we extract the issues from that notices. Then we search documents. Then we draft a reply. And then we create a paper book by organizing all the evidence, and then the summary. So these are the typical things that you do. And if we want to do it for a client, it will takes minimum 3 to 4 days. But I can tell you, I have a practical experience with some of the agents that I have seen, which can do the work of these 3 4 days in just 90 minutes, or even below that if the volume is not done. So there are things which you might miss out on different areas, but if we have mentioned it in our logic while making the AI agent, that okay, these are the areas that you need to do, it will make sure that those areas are done. And the best part is, previously we used to do sampling with respect to whatever things we do. Say if we have 100 invoices, we used to do 5, check 5, do 10 or 12 invoices. But with the help of AI, you can do 100% checking, and with less amount of time, less amount of effort, and with a greater efficiency. So you can create a notice handling agent with respect to this. Next, what you can do is create a pre-check agent. Suppose we are using doing a income tax return for a individual. So there are many things which we need to check. We need to check Form 16. We need to check AIS. We need to check the income tax portal. We need to check whether SFT, significant financial transactions, is applicable or not. TIS, if books of accounts are maintained, whether the dividend matching in the books is there according to AIS, TIS or not. There are many things that we need to do. But all this matching part that we need to do, we have to do it on a manual basis. We go to income tax, we download AIS. We go to the email, we check the form 16 sent to us. We check the books of accounts, and there are many tools that we need. But if we formulate an AI agent with respect to these tools, and we put data in particular servers in particular line, these are the things which can be done on an automatic basis. And there might be bank statements starting from 40 pages to 4,000 pages. If the volume is huge, then manual checking becomes a very tedious task. And there you would like to have a AI agent in front of you. You can also make communication and compliance agents. So we have the tendency of sending reminders to our clients. Okay, tomorrow is the last date for GST filing return. Please send your data. Tomorrow is the last date for filing TDS. Please send your data. We do these kind of stuff, and we also have mail merge things going on around these all that. But if we want to make it a headache-free, error-free thing, we need to create an agent. You can create an ROC agent to track due dates, generate alerts, fetch master data. You can create a drafting agent for engagement letters. We need to give consent for filing ADT1. We need to give consent. We need to give NOC letters, etc., etc. All things can be done through a small agent, email summary agent. Suppose what happens many a times, we are talking to a client on a particular subject, and there are to and fro emails both from my team and from the client's end also. So the email runs into say 50, 70, hundreds of threads. And sometimes the threads become so long, it becomes difficult to understand from where it has started and where it has been going on right now. In that case, the email summary agent would be a very good tool for you, which can extract all the data from all the threads and give you a summary and draft replies accordingly. Coming to the advanced part of the AI agent part, we can do ledger scrutiny. So there might be areas which we miss or we don't do just because the sheer volume of the data. In case of ledger scrutiny, the number of line items, the number of ledgers that we have, because it would take more time, because it would take more efforts. But with the help of an AI agent, I'm sure there is no way that you can stop getting below 100% results. It will check 100% of everything that you want. Forensic pattern. So just to give you an example, there was a case in, I think, Income Tax Hyderabad that has been recently solved with respect to a capital gain case. What happened was capital gain SSE was given a notice for capital gains to explain how has they calculated and everything. They had submitted all the documents to the assessing officer, and the assessing officer couldn't find any anomaly. So what it did was it uploaded on a particular model, LLM model, and it asks, see, these are the facts of the case. These are the documents received. Can you find any anomalies? The agent replied, the LLM model replied that no, there are no anomalies in this documents that have been given, and everything is as per the law, the capital gain laws that have been there. But I just found one error that you might need to check. And that error was that a particular invoice of that particular date has a font which is not matching with the date of the invoice. For example, we use fonts like Times New Roman or Arial in our Excel and Word files. Suppose that Times New Roman font was invented in the year 2007, but the SSE had submitted a bill for the year 2001 with the font of 2007, and it flagged that font that okay, this font, though it was generated in 2007, but it has been given in the bill of 2001. So that created a question mark, a forensic pattern test, and that helped the assessing officer crack the case. So these are the kinds of agent that we may take. Monthly compliance agent can also be there for auto reminders, for GST draft, for checklist, everything that can be done in that sense. So how to implement an agent. What do you think? How we can implement an agent? So these are the 4 steps that we need to do. First is choose your tools. There are different tools available in the market. I have listed some of them. So you can check the tools and create and see which one is comfortable according to you, and then see which tool you can apply to make your particular agent. It may be ChatGPT, maybe Claude, maybe Pilot, maybe Notebook LM, anything. Then build your agent. Like I said, there you can build your agent. Third is create a firm agent. Now, these agents is not only for the work of ourselves, being a proprietor or partner of the firm, not only restricted to ourselves, but we should create this agent for the firms. So for that, you need to create SOPs, you need to create templates, you need to have access control with respect to that. And finally, once you have created them, you can train your team with respect to the prompt library that you have. So suppose you need to draft a reply for a particular notice of GST. So there will be a prompt that has to be particularly given. I think there are sessions that have already been done on prompt engineering and everything. So you can check that what are the prompts, how to give the prompts. You can create an SOP format and teach your staff how to use that agent and take feedbacks from them. If because see, we are in a dynamic world where we feel that there are things which keep on evolving. The laws get involved, the websites get involved. So we need to teach them, okay, if the agent is not responding or is giving incorrect answers, you need to update the agent with respect to the tools mentioned in that. That feedback will also help you. So there are tools which you can see to start with. As I told, there are tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Excel, Copilot, Notebook LM, and all that. You can build agents as told earlier. Agent Hub implementation benefits. You can create audit trail. You can create scalability. You can have consistency and across the firm, across the resources that you have. You can train with respect to prompt library documentation, all this. I'll share this PPT with you all, so it will add value to whatever you are learning. So before I move on to the next, I would like to show you some practical things that what I have done and give you an example and of how I work with agents. So before I move on to agents, there are different tools. There are different companies that from which you can create an agent. First one is say N8N. Then there is make.com. Then there are tools from ChatGPT also that you can make. So there are different tools. I personally use N8N because I find it quite useful for myself, and I would like to demonstrate a couple of agents that I have made according to the requirement of mine. But before that, I would also like to tell you there is this tool called, there are browsers. There are AI browsers nowadays which can act as an agent. So if you have heard or not, there are browsers from Perplexity called Comet. There are browsers from OpenAI called Atlas, which acts as a very good AI browser tool and which acts as an agent of how you can do the job. So first, I will explain you about different tools. So first, I would like to take upon the N8N part. So I'll just share my screen from my other laptop. Just a second. Yes. So you can see my screen. So this is a N8N workflow agent dashboard that is hosted on my particular laptop. So we please be sure that any kind of AI agent, if you want to implement, you have to purchase a subscription. There are generally no free agents that would give you value to your work. But if you start making agents, it will be the piecemeal cost will be as if that it is nothing for you if we are able to develop agents which can give you good work. So this is the dashboard. First agent that I would show is with respect to a social media content, a basic. So I take sessions sessions on different topics. Now what I need to do is I need to create a post for my social media, for example, for my LinkedIn, for my Facebook, everything. And I need to what every time I used to do, I used to create some photos. I used to create take the flyer of the session, put it on say ChatGPT, put on a couple of lines that I need to ask to them that okay, these are the this was the session. I need to create a post on this, and then I need to go and post on Facebook and LinkedIn. Now what I created is I created an agent in which I just need to put a topic on the email, and it will create its own uh, post from a LLM model. In this case, I've used Gemini, and then after that it will go automatically to my LinkedIn account and it will post the content on my LinkedIn account. So first I will open my LinkedIn account and I'll show you what is the last post that I have. So this is my LinkedIn account, suppose. So this is my LinkedIn account. You can see, let's see, where is my posts? Okay. So this is the last post that I've done. Okay. As you can see here, there was another webinar on Agentic AI, which I had done. Now, what I do is, this is the last post that I've done around a week back. Now I go to my agent. You can see there is, so just to tell you, the first one is the trigger in which I have scheduled a trigger. So कोई भी AI agent बनाने के लिए आपको ट्रिगर देना पड़ता है पहले कि वो AI agent काम करना कैसे चालू करता है, how it will start working. ठीक है? Once I put a trigger that okay, I have a Google Drive folder in which I upload a image of or a flyer of the session. Once the flyer is uploaded, it gets a pop-up that a new file has come into the folder and the trigger is given. Then it goes to my Gmail account, sends me a mail that what is the topic that you need to tell. Then the other three things that you can see, code in JavaScript, HTTP request, or the generative AI content. This is the flow that I have mentioned, that from Gmail, it will go to the browser, then it will go to Gemini, and it will formulate everything. And at the last, you can see the LinkedIn thing, connect. I have given my password. I have given every APIs from the LinkedIn, and it will automatically post. And then at the bottom, there is a button called execute workflow. You can just see there. So let's just suppose I click on execute workflow. So you can see it has started running and you can see the functions that are going on. So first the email is sent. Now I open my inbox. That I'll get a mail to provide a content for the topic. So you can see this email has just come 8:51 p.m. right now, and I open that email and it tells me to respond. Once I click on respond, I put a topic called Agentic AI for chartered accountants. Agentic AI for CAs. Okay, or professionals. In the bottom, there is, I have also posted an image URL. Suppose I can put any of the link of the URL and I click on post topic. Once I click on post topic, I again go back to my agent and then explain it to you that how it works. So see, you can see this generative AI thing have a circle going on, like buffer things going on Gemini chat. It has been going on. So it is working on my post, on my content. Now I can also put in a say a more workflow in between. I can also put in a workflow in between that this needs an approval for me. Again, approval with respect to my suppose my email, that they will send me an email and it will give me a heads up that this is the post that I have created and whether it is correct or not. And then once I approve, then only it will post on LinkedIn. I think there is some error in the parsing error, which has suddenly come. Before the session, it was going on, but I feel there is some error. No problem. So once it is done, it will be posted on the LinkedIn account. I'll share you another tool, the second tool that I've created, which is for chartered accountant. Now, this tool that I've created, it's a tally reminder tool. What happens here is, what I do is I have, suppose this, I have a tally open. I'll just open my tally. So this is a tally. I have created a dummy data, and I have a couple of people from whom they are my debtors, whom I need to send them reminders for their particular amount and their PDFs and their ledgers. Now what happens, हमें जब भी client से जब हमें जरूरत पड़ती है, then only we talk to them that okay, this amount is outstanding, please clear the amount. But I don't want that. I want that every Monday 9 a.m. in the morning, my agent will go to my tally, fetch the sundry debtors report, and email them the amount that is outstanding from them. Okay? Now, this is one thing which is required by most of us. So I go to my agent again, I show you what I've done. Once I click on execute workflow, what it will do is it will go to my first tally. It will check whatever data is there. It will extract the data from there. Then it will go to a Excel sheet. This Excel sheet I'll show you. This Excel sheet is something which I have made in which I have put all the master data of my client. So suppose you could see in tally there were 3-4 names given there. So all the 3-4 names I have given a master sheet that this is the name of the party, this is the email, this is the phone number. Now what happens is this agent will come after taking the data from my tally. It will come to the sheet and it will check whether the name that is there in the tally is there in the master sheet or not. Once it is there in the master sheet, it will fetch the say email or mobile number from this sheet, and then it will go to my Gmail. You can see in the last. Once it goes to my Gmail, it will send all the emails in a pre-formatted text that I have already given. Okay, so like this email is from RJ Agarwal and company, and this and that. So this is the code that I have written, as you can see here. All this codes, everything, this can be done with the help of any LLM model, like a ChatGPT or a Claude or a Grok or a Gemini. Everything can be done. We just need to give them proper prompts. Okay? Now suppose first I'll show you my email that I have not received any email. I'll just see. So you can check the last email, that was 8:51 p.m. Correct? Now I go and execute on my agent. I click on execute workflow. So see, you saw every tool that has gone and it is given workflow executed successfully. Now, once I refresh my email, you can see the email came, gentle reminder, outstanding balance. I click on the email. It came that dear fine jewelry, these are the records, sundry debtors, this account receivable team, etc. Now imagine the amount of stress that has gone away from your life with a small agent. This is a small vision that I want to give it to you, that there are n number of things that we can do with respect to different agents. This is just the tip of the iceberg that I'm talking about. And there is no limit to it. You can create n number of such agents for different purposes. And it can work independently on its own from all of you. So I come back to my agent. I'll show you. See, there are many things that we need to learn about this. We need to know how to install N8N first. We need to understand what are the nodes that is required. So you can see on the top right there is a plus button. So if you click on this plus button, you can say I have implemented Gemini. I can also tag in ChatGPT. I can see there is an option called human in the loop. So if I click on this and add this node, it will send me the data first. And then once I approve it, then it will only take it to the, say, email ID or anything. So we need to decide what is the workflow that we want. And according to each and every workflow, step by step, we can just put it there and it is done. So it is not one thing. It is not a thing which you can learn overnight. But yes, if slowly and gradually you start doing this, you can definitely make a good agent in a week's time or a 10 days time if you apply good learning to it. And see, these are something with the technology evolving every day. There are things which we known as vibe coding and drag and drop facility. So in ChatGPT, I was seeing the other day this kind of nodes that we want. These are drag and drop. So in here also you can see I can just click any of the nodes and I can drag and drop and I can put it anywhere I want to. So these are the very small things. So previously, these kind of agents were only being done by the coders or people having knowledge of software engineering or anything of that sort. But with the help of LLMs and ChatGPT, this becomes a very important tool and very powerful tool which we can do. We just need, because see, we are domain experts. We know what we want. We tell our clients how to run the business. We tell our clients what is good, what is bad for their business. Then why can't we run this? And as I had showed you in the earlier graph, that this is the anything which related to tech is the next big thing. So these are the things which we need to learn. This will not only help us professionals from being a small time practitioner, but also it will this can be also a major job work opportunity for you. If you can create agents for yourself, you can help your clients create agents also and help them in their workflows. It can act as a new vertical to your practice altogether. So there are tools like this which you can help and which you can grow. So any questions with respect to this? I would be happy to answer.
Anyone having any doubts?
Sir, how, what technical skill we need to build this?
So, hi, Kiritji. So first things first, you need to first go and check what is a N8N. Suppose I am using N8N. So you just go in a YouTube and type in a tutorial that how to use N8N. You will get a fair idea on how to use. Now you need to understand what kind of tools you can make. Suppose आपको ऐसा ही एक tool बनाना था जो मैंने बनाया. So you need to put down everything. You need to put down, okay, I need a tally data. I need a Google Excel sheet. I need a Gmail account. First, it will go to tally data. Then it will go to this and write it step by step. Once you write it step by step, you have to go on any LLM model, suppose ChatGPT, Gemini, anything, and you go there and tell that I am making an agent on N8N. I have decided to make this agent in this workflow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So tell me step by step, guide me how to create this agent and also write codes which are required to run the agent.
Sir, I am unable to know what is N8N. Can you?
Sir, N8N is a tool. So
no,
I'll
what
just
is
open.
You type it.
I'll open the website. See. Like ChatGPT is a tool for LLM for prompt engineering that we use.
Yes. Mm.
In that sense, to create an AI agent, you need a tool.
Mm.
For that, this is the website that provides you with the interface of creating an agent. Okay, so this is the website.
N8N.
Oh. And so on the screen you can see the website name is N8N.io.
N8N.io.
Okay. So you can go to this. Then there is another website called make.com. I'll just open that also. So these are websites where you can just go and try to make agents. You can go on the YouTube, you can find, see, previously you will find it very difficult because we don't have the domain expertise of how the coding works, how the agent works and everything. But once you explore videos, sir, we have spent say hours and hours together to understand what we want, how we want and how to get it. And we have slowly developed a knack for technology and we know what are the jargons used in. So that is how we are able to make this agent. It will take some time for you to understand, to get things handled, and then only you will be able to make this. It will not be a one-day thing, but slowly and gradually, I'm sure we all have that mindset, that wavelength in which we can implement this and make great tools for our business and profession.
Sir, one question.
Yes, sir.
Now you have made such a beautiful or whatever useful agents, and many chartered accountants would have made various agents. Correct. Like all these things.
Correct.
whether it can be given to somebody else as a on commercial terms.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can suppose you want to say you have a client who also wants that this kind of invoice reminder tool should be given installed in its firm. So what you can do is you can take a license in the name of your client, create an agent for him, and give him the access to the website. It can run its on its own.
Yeah. So for chartered accountants, whether
Correct.
such a ready-made solutions are available for sale.
So yes, sir. So sir, you can see there are libraries available. There are different templates available. If you want, I can just show some of the templates that are posted here on N8N. Just a second.
Okay.
So see, on the left side, you can see templates button. You
Yes.
just click on the templates part. So there are 7,336 templates that they have listed here
Okay.
on the website. So suppose I write finance. I write finance. And I click enter. So if there are something with, so 19 results came out. So first it's like AI powered invoice reminder and payment tracker. So I click on that and I can use this for free. So this is a ready-made agent that is there. You just need to integrate all the say ODBC, Tally, email, or the Google Sheets, everything, and all the setup instructions. Everything is provided here. You can just access this and you can create your agent right away.
Right.
I want a result. Suppose I want a 3CD of a client. How I can do?
So sir, suppose first you make an Google Excel sheet in which there are 44 columns. There are 44 clauses for 3CA, 3CD. You put 44 clauses on that, and then you write whatever observations you have. And you have a predefined template of a 3CB, 3CD. Correct?
Right.
Now you create an agent. Now you create an agent that first you go to the Google Excel sheet in which you will find a sheet with the name of the client. Suppose the name of the client is Shyam Agarwal and Company. You go there, find the Shyam Agarwal and Company, observe what is written in all the 44 clauses. Now you go to another Excel sheet in which Shyam and Agarwal Company's complete details are given. Like I showed you my master Excel sheet in which the party name, the GST number, the PAN number, the address, everything. You fetch the data from that Excel sheet. Now you go to a third sheet in which there are mentions in the 3CB 3CD template is there. And you put all the data from previous two Excel sheets on these them. And then put it on the final template and give me a PDF version of the same. It will be done.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. So I have a couple of questions in the chat box. Whether we can communicate with these tools in a normal day-to-day language? No, ma'am. You cannot communicate with these tools in normal day-to-day language, but instead you have to talk to them in a coding language, for which you need an interpreter of like a ChatGPT or a Gemini. You tell your things, your requirements, your problems in your language to the LLM model, and they will in return give you the coding language which these agents will understand, and you can paste it there. That is how you will be able to use it. Vikas ji saying, how safe are these tools in terms of data privacy? Sir, whenever you are, so I'll pose this in two parts. Okay, first you can have this N8N working for you online on their website, and second you can locally host it on your system, on your desktop, on your laptop. Now, if you are doing this online, then there is definitely an issue of data privacy, which you are giving because you are giving an access to these kind of third-party tools. But if you have this installed in your local host on your desktop or laptop, then the data privacy issue is managed with. It's the same as using a server on Amazon or installing a local server on your office. The data privacy issue is the same. That is how you can balance it out. And per se, because we are giving connections of different accounts like Gmail, LinkedIn, Tally, ODBC, everything to these kind of apps, there are API keys that are being used. So these API keys are only generated just for the purpose of this particular agentic thing, or a particular creating an agent. So it is not that easy to crack open any of the API keys and take the data. So in that sense, you are saying these are pretty much secured in that sense. Anything else?
Anyone? Any more doubts? No.
If not, I'll just share the screen again once and end my presentation. So, agentic AI, I've told you, these are the things that you can create. Practical agent use cases, I've already mentioned. Before I end, I would like you to please focus on these three things. First is confidentiality guidelines. There is a very big act that is coming up called DPDP Act, Digital Privacy and Data Protection Act. It is already tabled, it has been passed, and there are many number of rules and compliances that are coming into that act, which will hinder how freely we share our data in any apps or in any social media or any WhatsApp. हम लोग आज what we do, अगर कोई client को उसका ID password देना है for income tax, for GST, we freely share on WhatsApp groups with the client or something of that sort. But if there is a situation in which that data is compromised due to any of your staff members or anything, DPDP Act will add a major penalty to you. So we have to be very careful about what to upload, where to upload, and for that we should always use redaction tools in which the data is hidden and then we upload. Second is peer review alignment, that whatever things we do in the start, also I mentioned peer review and AQMM are going to be a very big thing in future, because everyone will have to abide by it. And so this kind of maintaining documentations, work papers, checklist should be kept in mind. And third, always think before finally giving it to the staff or anything. Human review. Agentic AI can act as an assistant to you, but the final responsibility rests with the chartered accountant. So it's not that if the agent is doing, you are not responsible for it. You will be responsible at the end for anything and everything that you do. So we have to be very careful while we are deploying any of the agents. So what is the 2025 CA looking at? They are going to be a tech enabled. They are providing advisory oriented strategic client advisory rather than just plain simple vanilla tasks. They are data driven, making informed decisions. Like पहले sampling होता था 5 out of 100 invoices only 5 are checked, but now I can check hundreds of invoices in a matter of some seconds or minutes. And fourthly, we will be AI supervised and not manual. हम लोग को, with the advent of technology, we have to take this forward along. So transformation roadmap for chartered accountants, I feel we can offer new services as discussed earlier. We can deploy agents, we can build MIS and dashboards, we can train our teams, we can automate single processes one by one, and we can start all this with a small tools that, like the tool that I've shown you. So this is the small roadmap that I feel CA should be capable of doing. At the end, I would like to say human intelligence and artificial intelligence, they will go hand in hand in the coming future, and AI is not going to replace you any day. The person who will use AI will definitely will. So this is one thing that I think as a homework that you can go and do. You can download an AI app today or an AI agent. You can do one task. As I showed you, there are templates there. Watch videos on how to use that, explore resources that how can you do, connect with your peers, anyone who does it, and then share it with your friends or relatives, friends or companions with how did you do it. It will add immense value. And I follow this on a regular basis, and it has given me immense advantage. So small homework for you all. A small giveaway for people who wants to learn about generative AI. You can just scan this QR code. fill up a Google form. You will get a free course on generative AI, on how to use generative AI. I'll also share this with Lokesh. He'll share it with you all. You can take it from there also. So at the end, I would just like to tell you, just remember this line. I follow this regularly. I am not replaceable. I am upgradable. We are chartered accountants will not be replaced anytime soon in the near future. But I need to upgrade myself on a regular basis in with such wonderful webinars and seminars, with what Lokesh is doing, what other our institute is doing, other organizations are doing. We need to keep upgrading ourselves. That is the thing that I want to just tell you. Any question and answers after this?
I don't think so. After so much detailed deliberation, any more question left? Still, if anyone is having any doubts.
So thank you so much, everyone.
So
Thank you so much, everyone, for a patient hearing, and thank you, Lokesh, for giving me this opportunity.
But I have
And
one thing to say.
Yes, Lokesh.
ये दिल मांगे more. So
Thank you,
lovely. मतलब you have explained the theory, then so beautifully you explained your own workflows which you are doing every day, and also not only this. I'll tell two three things. I hope we have time, 5-10 minutes. मतलब maximum what happens that we are looking at the seminar or webinar, but later after we are going back to office we don't have time to implement, but you have given the exact steps what to follow, especially the second last slide where you have given us the homework. That is the very thing you have to follow, everyone. That is little bit input from my side, that some AI videos everybody still asks me shuru kahan se kare. So it was a very very good homework.
लोकेश, आई लाइक टू जस्ट इंटरप्ट इन
Yes,
बिटवीन.
yes.
यहाँ पे आपने जो पॉइंट बोला, कैसी एआई वीडियोस देखे हैं. एवरीबॉडी डज डूम स्क्रोलिंग. रात को सोने के पहले रोज 1 घंटा इंस्टाग्राम, फेसबुक, लिंक्डइन, वी डू दैट. उसमें हम लोग व्हाट आर द कंटेंट दैट वी वॉच? वी वॉच एंटरटेनमेंट कंटेंट. ठीक है. आप एंड यू नो कि आप एक सॉन्ग का अगर कंटेंट अगर आप देख रहे हो तो नेक्स्ट रील या नेक्स्ट वीडियो उसी सॉन्ग रील के पैटर्न में आता है, एंड देन इट फॉलोज अगेन. सो अगर आप दो चार एआई का कंटेंट इफ यू फॉलो, आप you will see AI content coming on your feed time and again. So rather than doing that doom scrolling, if you invest that 1 hour talking to seeing that kind of AI content, it will add value. There you can start, because उसमें आपको tools मिलेंगे, उसमें आपको नाम मिलेगा कि अरे ये नया AI tool आया है, इसको ये काम कर सकता है. Just go and search. That will add value.
Yes, definitely the one of the best thing. Again, I will say that homework was really homework which you need to do. There is no one day thing that आज मैंने सीख लिया, today tomorrow it will be implemented. No, it is a step by step process. Every day you have to learn something new, implement in your own workflow. So very good
Yes.
thing, Shambhya, very very good thing that towards the end you have literally given the steps how we can start. And
Absolutely.
one more best thing I will say, we are not replaceable, we are upgradable. But
Yep.
that's the very purpose why we started this program, because I had anticipated long back that everybody will go to learn, but we don't have resources or we are wasting our time. If we are wasting in the wrong resources, then what will happen that we will get very unnecessary matlab stress hoga that we are not learning, everybody is learning all these things. So that's why with God's grace we have reached 53 episodes, and that was the very purpose. Today I will remind once again, that is the very purpose of starting this program, that please not only just watch the videos or recordings or live session, implement them. Yes.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much to the audience first, and obviously thank you so much, Shyam Agarwal bhaiya. Beautifully
Thank you,
blend
Lokesh.
of theory, practical, and homework. I will add homework also. Very, very beautiful blend. That's why really every day, every other day, people are calling for seminar. Today you have proved it why. Anybody else who wants to say anything? There are chats full of saying you have created so beautiful. Please share QR code. Everything I will share in the group. Don't worry. Great session. Great session. Your message to start with small and it will grow automatically is great. Great session. Experienced speaker. Yes, obviously experienced. ठीक है. Anybody else who wants to unmute and say something before we wind up?
Thank you, Shyam, so much. It was wonderful
Thank you.
session.
Thank you,
I am a
Kirit. Thank you, Shyam.
new to this subject. Right now I am undergoing training at this AI training for chartered accountants.
Okay.
And
AICA level one you must be doing. Mm-hmm.
today was my first day. I learned some basics of AI from Amish Thakkar.
Okay. Amish Thakkar, correct.
And what I'm
Great,
learning
sir.
from you
Great.
is advanced topic, but in advance I'm
These are
learning.
something advanced, but definitely it will add value, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, anyone else before we wind up? Last, anybody wants to say anything? This slide and all these have been shared in the chats also. We are also sharing in the groups. If required, I will share the link of the group. If anyone has come from somewhere outside, just give me 1 second. Just 1 second before we wind up. I will give the community link where we are sharing all these things only. Okay, I have shared the community link, or I think it's not gone. Just give me 1 second more. Okay, कहाँ गया? Okay.
Yes. CM.
No, it's not going. I don't know what happened. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I will do it from mobile. Just 1 minute before we went. Just give me हड़बड़ी में गड़बड़ी.
No problem. No problem. Take your time.
That's fine. Yes. So those who are not in the group, we are doing this regular session. This is the 53rd, and all recordings, everything, PPT, CPT, everything you will get. Okay, so really I don't want to close it, but it's time to say bye. And one more session you have to take, Bhaiya. I'm telling you now
Surely.
only
Anytime.
before the
Anytime, brother.
31 people. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
everyone. Good night. Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.
Thank you.